So welcome, my name is Dionne Woods. I'm the owner and artist at theturquoiseiris.com, and I have this piece of furniture. It's been for sale for several months, and as much as I love it, I've decided, here we go again. Guys, I've been painting flowers and vines and covering it all in a white wax, and I'm having the best time doing it. Every piece that I continue to do turns out better than the last one, and I thought, well, here we go again. What we're gonna do is what I've been working on. I've spent the last hour kind of mapping out some vines. I've been using DIY's Gypsy Green, Mint Chip, and some Bohemian Blue, okay? And I've been applying them all in with a wet brush, and so all of the colors layer a little bit together. And so now we're gonna do flowers. Let's do flowers. So this one here is the cheerleader, and this is from the Turquoise Iris collection in Paint Pixie, from Paint Pixie. So if you go to Paint Pixie's website or my website and just click on the Turquoise Iris collection, this is what I used for all of this vine action going on behind me, okay? The next thing that we need to do is grab the boss and the edge, because they're gonna actually add a lot of structure to our flowers. So I'm just gonna actually do a blue flower in random order, a random pattern, and this is just gonna be the base. So we'll add some more colors as we go. Let's see, we can just kind of pick a random spot. The best part about this brush is if you press down heavy and then let it up, it gives it almost more of a wispy feeling, a wispy look, okay? And I thought this color would look really good over this slate color, the slate of this armoire or wardrobe, or whatever you want to call it. But frankly, it hasn't sold, and the other day, or 2 weeks ago, I went ahead and repainted a piece that hadn't sold, and it sold the next day. So I thought, well, while the luck's in my favor, let's go with it. Girls, gentlemen, let's do it. So I'm just kind of randomly putting a flower down. And it's not really a flower, it's more of a blob right now, because we're gonna bring in petals later. And it's gonna look, the prom queen's gonna look really good over the kissing booth. So the prom queen's starting to dry. I'm gonna dip my brush in some water. Oh yes, oh my goodness, guys. You're gonna want this mascot and you're gonna want this cheerleading brush. It's like, you make me feel so fancy. You make me feel all fancy like. Sister, go lay down on your bed. Okay, a little bit of water. Okay, now I'm gonna actually grab my cutting knife. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm giving it a new look. I'm giving it a new look. I decided, you know what, this one wasn't quite finished either. Because when I have to continue to add to them, and maybe it just wasn't quite finished, it's just been sitting over here in the corner helping me hold all of my paintings, my packing supplies. So I'm just gonna lightly go over this blue flower with some white in the center, kind of. And this is actually an acrylic, you guys. What I'm using now. Okay, and we're just gonna dip it in water because I want the brush to be really saturated. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of highlight a few of these areas on the leaves, because when I cover it with the white wax, I really want it to still pop out, okay? This might be hard. I feel like this is probably hard for you to see. Let's come in closer. Like all of that, you can see where I touched the brighter. I'm sorry that you're seeing my reflection. I don't know what else to do. I think that's kind of creepy. Or maybe it's just creepy to me. I'm just kind of highlighting some of the vines and making it appear just wispy. we're gonna saturate this baby with white wax. I wanna still have some color coming through it, you know? So I'm gonna grab the filbert. Okay, I'm gonna grab the filbert. And the only reason I'm using these fluorescent acrylics is because the white wax is gonna really wash it out and soften everything. And you know, I really just kind of want something fun on these blue flowers that will pop through the white wax. You see how I'm just kind of, I mean, it's totally random, but I'm just kind of outlining them a little bit and almost trying to outline some, what would look like petals. Let's add some more pink because we can. Someone says, why do you do that? I don't know, because I can? I don't know. Feels right? I don't know. And the fluorescent paints and the acrylics are almost kind of sheer, and so you can just kind of brush them over the paint, the DIY. The DIY is such strong pigment that this is just kind of like a glaze going over the darker colors. And I know that it's probably hard for you guys to see what exactly I'm doing, but trust me, when I get some photographs up in here for you guys, then you'll see, oh, I see what she's saying. We're gonna have to let all this dry, and I'm gonna have to kind of look at it. I feel like it needs some prairie gray, like it needs a little grounding, like a background color. So I feel like I'm gonna actually have to come in with prairie gray on the vines, and then I'll probably need to pull some more of the green over the flower, as if it were, you know, the green were cupping the flower and blooming open. So we need green petals to come over the top of it. Say, I'm just putting some petals over the flowers, as if they're holding the flower close. And this cheerleader brush is by far my favorite for doing flowers. Now when I'm working on people, the edge, gotta have that edge, shaping up some arms and things like that. So the colors I started with in the vines originally were Gypsy Green, Bohemian Blue, and Mint Chip. Mint Chip is a fabulous highlighter when you're doing anything green or blue. Like it's a color that everybody needs for any project. It's a highlighter, it's just so good. So right now we're just putting some of the vine over the flower in a real translucent way. And I'll grab some Bohemian Blue in a second too. So we did all of those pretty ones up there, and they're trickling, and this vine's coming down right here, and then this one's wrapped around here, and it's going down here. So let's get in with the Prom Queen. It's a light blue. We're gonna come back to that. Okay, so back with the cheerleader brush, guys. It's gonna frame out the background for our large wispy flower that we're doing. I'm gonna paint right over those letters. That is a transfer that I added from Iron Orchid Design, and I cut it up into 8 different places. So you guys might remember me doing this wardrobe. I did the whole thing on a Facebook Live, like 6 different lives. So I decided, well, it's just not done yet. Come on, it needed more. It needed something else. So that's what we're working on. I'm just gonna add some few more little petals. I'm telling you, this cheerleader fan brush makes me feel like I can paint anything with it. It's kind of crazy, actually. Okay, you know what? We need one right here. Do you see this random vine right here? She's left out of the party. Hang on. What? She got left out. Someone didn't invite her. We got her. We got her. Here we go. Now I like that look. Again, we're going to cover this with white wax. It's going to soften everything and tone everything down. So we're coming in with some boldness right now, so we can soften it up later, okay? Okay. Okay. Now I need the mascot. Shimmy, shimmy. Okay. I'm just lightly, it's translucent, so it just literally goes over the deep color, darkness from the bohemian blue and the gypsy greens coming through it. But this is adding a really nice highlight to the vines. I am using an acrylic here, just kind of highlighting the blue flowers because it just makes it almost more of a whimsical look. I think it's a really pretty look. Okay, I am super happy about that. So the last thing that we did up there was we added a little bit more of the gypsy green and the bohemian blue over the top of the flowers because we needed to frame them out a little bit. So we want it to look natural, like the blooms, like the petals, the green are cupping the floral bloom. So I'm going to bring some of the petals over down on the front so it looks more realistic, okay? Just a couple of big ones. Okay, now I'm going to do this exact same thing with a little bohemian blue. Probably only on one side though. One side of the bloom. Okay. Yes. I love it. Oh, forgot one down here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is my favorite little section of this whole piece because of this piece, this hardware. You see that? And this flower. She's on point, everybody. Like she did exactly what she was supposed to do right here. So when she's completely covered in white wax, she's gonna really be more subtle and a little bit more sophisticated instead of standing out quite so much. So see, the script is underneath there as well. You can see that there's still the fuchsia over the black. There's yellow. I mean, there's a lot going on here, guys. There's a lot of detail. I just think it's a stunning, stunning piece of furniture too. All right, you guys, we're not done yet. We're not done. We made big, huge progress, and I'm really happy that I went for it because I was really nervous all day, thinking, am I really gonna do this? Because it was a beautiful piece before, but I think that it's really fun. And tomorrow, if it's dry, we'll come back on in white wax. If not, it'll have to be on Monday. But